Assalamu alaikum Unity developers. I hope you're all doing fine and doing good. And today we are going to talk about what is global illumination or what is GI. When you saw the term global illumination, it becomes GI. Let me just write down here. What is GI? Or you can say that what is global illumination. But before talking about what is global illumination, I want to talk about what is direct light, what is indirect light, and what is no lighting. So let's say that we have an environment here. The environment M-E-N-D-C-C, we have an environment here. And there are multiple objects in the environment. Let's just say we have a box here. And we have a tire over there. This is the box. This is a simple tire. And these boxes, these objects are out there in the environment. And there is a sun here. Okay, there is a sun here. This is the sun. This sun is emitting light. That is one of its behavior. Okay, it is emitting light, and this light falls on this box. This light also falls on this circle over here. Now, in our environment, we have only one source of light, that is the sun. This is our source of light. This is our only source in this environment where we have two objects. The light that is coming out of the sun and that falls on these two objects is called the direct light. Why it is called the direct light? Because it is coming directly from the source. There are no other sources in the environment. We have only one source, that is the sun, and it is emitting light. So the light coming from the sun is called the direct light, and it falls upon the objects. So this was the direct light that directly comes from the source of light. Now let's talk about the indirect light. Every object in the environment has some sort of a little bit of smoothness in it. Okay. Due to this smoothness, when the light hits some object, the light bounces off. In the environment. So when the light from the sun hits the box over here, it will hit the surface, and due to its smoothness, it will bounce off in the environment. This light, it will not be in the same strength that it was from the sun. It will lose some of its energy, but it will bounce off in the environment. Some of its lighting will hit this circle over here. Okay, so now this light that is coming from this box and hitting this circle or our tire in the environment will hit this circle over here. Okay, and there will be a little bit of some sort of lighting over here due to this light that is coming from this box. So this light that is coming from this box and hitting this circle over here is called the indirect light. Indirect light. Why it is called the indirect light? Because this was not the official source of light. Our sun was the official source of light, but now the light that is hitting on this part of the circle is due to the light that is coming from the box. And this is not the source of light. So the light coming from this part of the box and hitting this part of the circle is called indirect light. And you can imagine what is no light. When there will be no sun, there will be no light and nothing, and no objects in our environment will be lit up, and we will say that we cannot see anything. Okay, so we see every object in our real world due to the light, because maybe it is due to the direct light, and some objects we are seeing because of the indirect light. So we have talked about the direct light, we have talked about the indirect light, and we have talked about the no light. So how does this phenomena of light bounces or direct light, indirect light, and no light is calculated in unity? This phenomena is calculated using GI. There is a system that calculates all the lighting, the direct light that hits an object, the indirect light that hits an object, or there is no light that hits there is no light at all. This phenomena is calculated in unity using some mathematical models. So the scientists or the developers create a mathematical model of the formulas and all this woobly-woo stuff of mathematics that has equations, and they were calculating all this direct light, the indirect light, using these mathematical models. And these mathematical models are the basics of calculating the lighting in unity. So they put all the mathematical model, and they said that this is our global illumination. Okay, this is our GI system that is used in unity to calculate all sorts of lighting. So whenever you see that there is a lighting in the unity environment, and multiple objects are being lit up, and there are shadows, there is direct light, there is indirect light, and all you seeing these colors are being lit up, these objects are being lit up. This is due to the GI over here. That consists of mathematical models that are the core that calculates every sort of lighting. Okay, so without global illumination, without this GI system, the unity cannot calculate the indirect, the direct light. So I have just incidentally draw a line here. So you can see that this is our unity here, and I have made a scene using some buildings. Okay, and some of the buildings are lit up, some are not. There are some dark places, and there is some direct light over here. You can see that this part is brighter than these parts. I hope you can see that. And in unity, I have told you that this happens, all the lighting calculations are done using GI. I'm not going to show how this lighting panel opens up and everything and all that, but I just want to give you the idea that the calculation is being happened. So we have this panel over here, which is called the lighting panel. I'm not going to discuss in detail. I just want to give you the concept in this part. Okay, in the next video or in the later videos, I might give you the more information about how to use this lighting panel. But in this video, I just want to give you the concept about global illumination, what is global illumination system, or what is GI system. So you can see that there are multiple properties. There are multiple, I don't know, menu, what you can say. I just want to make things simple. So you can see that there are multiple things over here. Now, all these things, all these properties determine how lighting will affect this unity scene over here. Okay, so this is the sky color. That is the color of our sky. This is the equator color, the ground color, the source. Okay, the sun source. And now you can see that this is the important word I want to show you. Real-time global illumination, big global illumination. So this will be covered in another topic, but I just want to give you the concept that this is the place where you calculate or where you can change lighting and everything you change is being calculated in Unity through the GI system. So every change you made here will be calculated, every direct light you change here will be calculated, and due to that, when the light falls on some object like this building over here, it will fall to different objects in the environment due to indirect light and our environment lights up. So I hope you understand this video. This video was all about the global illumination. I just want to give you the simple concept. What is global illumination in Unity? What is GI system? So just remember that GI is only for calculating direct light, indirect light or no light. When the light falls from a source of light, it hits an object and the GI is there. The GI is sitting over there, which is calculating how much light is coming from the source and how much light is falling on the object and how much light will be bounced off the object. All these calculations is being done in GI system. So I hope you like this video and thanks for watching this video. In the later videos, I might give you the idea how to change the lighting, how to change the lighting in the environment. How does these systems actually affect? I might give you the practical here that I will be changing some properties of these things